I want to share to you how I started in this journey. And back 2022, I venture about hydroponics farming. There's wala po masyadong tutorial. There's just few tutorial you will see in the YouTube. And most of this just, trial and error. So I don't know the best variety of lettuce and the mixture, the ppm. But even if that happens to me, I still grow it, though not in my desired size, but I still have it. I have a, what do you call that? Experiment of using soil and using water. And that's what the result last 2022. And then I started selling in our neighbor and 30 pesos per cup. That's 30 pesos per cup. And then I have revenue, return of investment, and then I started to build more the space. Mas pinalawak ko yung area ko po. So, people are noticing and nakikita nila yung tinatanim ko because here in our place, we are only 2 hydroponic farmer grower, lettuce farmer here in our town. So, that's how I started, and then I expand to a greenhouse, 3 meter by 5 meter greenhouse. And then I started Kratky method. You will learn more about the types of system in hydroponics later. I will show that to you. So you will learn here different, what do you call this one? Different varieties. Different. Then if you can just ask question, what is the best variety? Just what do you call that? Remind me later. So here in my place, I also have what do you experiment about organic and synthetic hydroponics. So I started that back 2023, and then different varieties of lettuce, then more harvest because our small backyard business unti-unti pong nakikita or unti-unti pong nakilala ng iba. So I want you to see this how I started, and then right now I have I will just go back. So here, this is my mother-in-law's place because in our place, in my house, I don't have big backyard. So I extended in my mother-in-law house, but this is far, like 20 to 30 minutes drive. So I go there like twice a week. But in my house, I build this in my backyard. This is a 6-layer NFT half A-frame. So that is a year ago. So how much is that? All of that is in my YouTube channel, how you will build that one. And the holes or the lettuce heads there is more than, I think, almost 150 heads in that small hydroponic greenhouse. So that I really want people to come to my house and have something to buy, continuously every single week. So they're coming and buy. So it's more easy for me to sell if I have it in my house. So that's how I started po. That's how I started in my journey. So welcome to those who are newcomer. We are starting the webinar, but right now I shared how I started my journey. So right now we'll be going to the introduction to hydroponics. Okay? What is hydroponics? Especially to those who are first timer, you need to know this. Hydroponics is a method of growing plants without soil using nutrient-rich water solutions instead. I have so many questions in my video in the YouTube. Whenever they show, the water, is that only water or, Are you using soil? So hydroponics is not using soil, but they're using a medium, and I'll be sharing that later. What are the medium in using hydroponics? This innovative approach allows plants to grow faster, produce high yields, and thrive in controlled environment. So hydroponics thrive in controlled environment because you have a greenhouse, and then that greenhouse hindi po nauulanan pero naaarawan. Okay? The rain will not penetrate, but only the heat because you're using a UV plastic. This is so good for those who are in the city who have small space. If you're thinking in your place, in your house, and you have small space, this is best for you because you can grow different kind of crops using hydroponics farming. Okay? Or someone passionate about sustainable agriculture, hydroponics offers a practical and efficient solution. If you want sustainable agriculture, I can approve this is one of the best way of modern farming, hydroponics. This is so good to those who are small in space. So you will learn that more here. Why choose hydroponics compared to traditional using soil farming is because of these four truth. Number one, it's space efficient. As I've told you, it's perfect for small apartments. Even if you have the apartments and you have the balcony, and in your balcony there is sun, or if you don't have sun, you can have a choice for grow lights. Or even if you don't have a place, you only have a room, it's still gonna work using the grow lights, using this way of farming, balconies or greenhouse, small greenhouse. Water saving, it is uses up to 90% less water compared to traditional soil farming. So save water, faster growth. Yes, it's more faster compared to traditional farming. And the most important is year-round gardening. There's no season in hydroponics farming. So here in our place, we have season for tomatoes, so season for cucumber, and then season for different kind of crops. But if you're using hydroponics farming, I mean, every year you can harvest, you know. You can choose which month you want to harvest pepino, tomato, or whatever crops you want to plant because it is a controlled environment. Di po siya apektado ng rain, not affected by season or just because it is a controlled environment. And it depends also if you have a storm in your place. That's another topic if it is a storm. Understanding hydroponic system. So here's how the important you need to take note. Understanding hydroponic system. There are 6 common types of hydroponic system that the hydroponic farmer are using. There are many more, but this is so common, 6 of them. Number 1 is wick system. The wick system, we call it here Kratky method. So you have only the container and then you fill it with water with rich nutrient solution. And then you have the lid and you have those cups and plants. So you have that in number 1. And then number 2, you have the NFT technique or nutrient film technique. This one is you're using pump. So the pump from your reservoir running, the water flowing, running to your system and then still going back to your pump. Okay? You're going back to your reservoir because the pump is the one who's making it running to your system. The drip system is they're using bucket system. They call it bucket system because they have that kind of bucket. This is best for tomatoes, bell pepper, best for pepino, melon. They're using that kind of way of planting through hydroponics, the drip system. So they're using also pumps and they're just using this system here in the number 3, the drip system, and then still going back to your reservoir. But in the bucket system, they filled it with different medium. In our place here in Philippines, they're using coco pit because we have so many coco pit here, so it's easy to find. And then the fourth system is called water culture or deep water culture. It's almost the same with wick system, but this one is just big space or big place, big container. It's almost the same, deep water culture. But the amount of water and the container is bigger than the wick system. The ebb and flow, others hydroponic farmer, they are using this also, but it's also using pump, submersible pump. Aeroponics are also using that also. The aeroponics are, some hydroponics grower use aeroponic system because the growth are more faster than any kind of system. Yes, it is true because the root are exposed to air. That's why it's called aeroponic. If the root's exposed to air, the growth is more faster. But right now, what we are encouraging if you are a beginner, what we encourage is you start with the wick system. Okay? Dito sa atin, tinatawag parang yung lampara style, no? Lampara here in the Philippines. So, it's easy. The more, if you, what do you call that? If you master wick system, then you can try other system. So I started with wick system. Right now, I am in NFT. Maybe in the near future, I will venture on drip system. I want the drip system for tomatoes and cucumber and bell pepper. That's why I told you earlier, if I have capital to start to build a greenhouse, then I will do all of maybe this three, the drip system. I will separate that for my pepino, for my tomatoes, for those plant-bearing plants that I want to venture. So right now, if you're a beginner, just start with the wick system. Okay? Now, essential tools and equipment for hydroponics. This is very important. You need to have knowledge about the equipment. Okay, number one, you need to have grow trays so that you can do your seedlings. You can plant seeds and then grow seedlings, and then reservoir. The reservoir is your container where you place your nutrient solutions and water, and then put your plants in that reservoir. So I have an example here. They call it Katanim box. That is 8 holes. So most hydroponics grower are using styrofoam box because styrofoam are resistant in heat. They don't absorb heat. But I saw others using wood. No, gumawa sila ng box. They're missing that kind of box. And then they just put cellophane or trapal and then put there the nutrients, water with rich nutrients, and then they just place above the styrofoam and then put holes in there and then place the plants. The growing medium, ang ginagamit po dito is not soil. What we are using is coco pit. Others are using rock wool. You can search rock wool or foam. The foam. Okay? Sponge. They're using some sponge. But the best for all hydroponics that I knew, their recommendation is, our recommendation is coco pit. Okay? Coco pit. So if you have coconuts there, the coconut husk, turn it to coco pit. Okay? There are many tutorials how you can turn that to coco pit. Then the nutrient solution, you need nutrient solution. This is not only pure water. Okay? Take note nyo po. This is not pure water. It has a nutrient solution. So what are the nutrient solutions? In the Philippines, I only know 3 nutrient solutions na nagbebenta. In the online po, in our online store, there are 3 company or people that I knew that are working and can testify. Number 1 is we have the NutriHydro. They are the one trusted brand. And then the Master Blend and also the Kiss Solution. So Kiss Solution, Master Blend, and NutriHydro. If you ask me what is the best, I cannot tell you because they have their own results. Find one and master it. Okay, I don't want to be biased because I'm not paid for that. I'm not also, what do you call that, na re-recommend. But if you want to know, you can message me privately. Number 4, pH and EC meters. This one, pH and EC meter. I will be telling you later how to use that one. And then air and water pumps if you are using pumps or if you are using the NFT method or the drip system. But if you are using the Kratky method, enough na po ang box. Okay, that growing box. You don't need water pumps. Grow lights. So grow lights is an option. If you don't have a place na naaarawan, if there is no place that there's no direct sunlight. Question, how many hours for sunlight, direct sunlight? 6 hours, at least 6 hours. At least 6 hours. Number 7, timers. For those who are using pumps, net pots or styrofoam cup. Ito po, pinaka-importante din po. Net pots, yung mga maliliit na nilalagay po sa box. I example that here in the picture. Meron pong net pot, ginagamit yung kulay itim, the color black. Styrofoam cup, we also suggest because styrofoam are resistant po sa heat. So they don't absorb heat. That's why we use styrofoam. Thermometer and hygrometer, you can use that in your place, especially if your place is a city, because you need to know the humidity, you need to be aware of the temperature. But in my place, I'm not using it. But if you are in the city, you need this one. Pest and disease control supplies, it is your choice. So you will learn that later po about the pest management, ano yung mga problema sa hydroponics grower, mga grower ng hydroponics lettuce or different crops. May mga problema po na dapat nyong malaman. Setting up your first hydroponic system. So take note of this. Ano po yung dapat kong gawin? No? If you are a beginner and you have a question, what should I need to do first? Okay lang po ba na floodlight gamitin na grow lights? We will answer question later, Marlon. Okay? We will answer question later. Setting up your first hydroponic system. Sa mga bago po, finish this webinar first until the end because I have an instruction kung papaano nyo makukuha yung certificate and itong replay na webinar. So I will share that later in this discussion. Please be mindful of that. Setting up your first hydroponic system. Number 1, take note of this. Number 1 is choose your hydroponic system. So pumili po kayo kung anong system na gagamitin nyo. There are 6 systems that I showed you kanina. We have the wick system, NFT, drip system, ebb and flow, deep water culture, and aeroponics. Wala pong mali doon, wala pong meron pong disadvantage at advantage in every system that you're using, okay? But every system is working. Those 3 common are working. But if you're a beginner, start in Kratky method or wick system. If you're a beginner. And if you're good at that, maybe you can learn that and master that in 3 months. Then if you are good at that, you can proceed to other systems. Okay? Choose it. So, piliin nyo na. So, nakapili na kayo. Kratky method, magsisimula ako. 1 box, 2 box. In my part, nung nagsisimula po ako, I started 3 box and each box is 6 heads. So, dahil 6 heads yun, 18 heads. So, yun po yung simula ko. And my greenhouse is 1.5 by 1.5 meter. So, bumili po ako ng UV plastic sa Shopee and then I set up using bamboo and then my net for insect. So, I started there, trial and error. I showed you earlier. Number 2, very important, select a suitable location. Place, yung lugar. Ano po ba yung tamang lugar po? As long as merong araw. How many hours na nakababad? At least 6 hours. 6 hours. Olmite can do good in 5 hours, but in different varieties, 6 hours. At least 6 hours. Paano kung kulang araw po? Lilege po yan. Maglilege po kapag kulang po ang nasisikat o kulang ng sikat ng araw. At least minimum 6 hours. Paano po kung 10 hours? It's more better. The longer, the better po. The longer, the better. But paano kung walang araw talaga po? No? Sa aming lugar or sa city ka, sa inyong apartment, walang lugar. But if you have balconies, walang araw, you can use grow lights. Okay? Learn grow lights. I'm not using grow lights here because I have a place na naaarawan. Pero kung wala talagang place na aarawan, meron pong grow lights. And there are so many tutorials about using grow lights. That's number 2, suitable location. Okay? So mag-isip-isip ka na saan sa lugar mo, sa bahay nyo, sa bakuran nyo, kung naaarawan siya, tingnan nyo, observe nyo, uurasan nyo, ilang araw, ilang oras siya natatamaan ng araw. And paano kung may shade, putulin nyo yung kahoy ng kapitbahay niyo. Or let's just talk to them. Remove all the shady parts that will cause shade to your lettuce. Step 3, assemble your equipment. So what are the equipment you need? You need greenhouse. Okay? Others are not using greenhouse. And they're working. But there is a problem for that. Why? Because if your system is hit by the rainwater, everything in the mixture will be ruined. So if the mixture with the nutrient solution and water, the pH, the ppm is affected, now you have a problem. Your lettuce, the growth of your lettuce will not be that the one you desire. Others nag-yellow, iba yung kulay, nag-curly. There is a possible result na ganun po kung wala pong greenhouse. So you need greenhouse. UV plastic na hindi po nauulanan pero naaarawan. Okay po? And then after that, if using bamboo, I've started using bamboo. But if you have a money to start, you start using metal. Metal is good. My desire is to have a, metal type na greenhouse. Mine is right now I'm using bamboo. Because in our place, we don't have that so much market because we are in the mountain place. So that we don't have that kind of market. Maybe if I have, maybe later we'll go down to the city and canvas and then expand my hydroponic farming. So that's one of the option. Now, if you're using NFT, you assemble that. Okay, and if you're using Kratky is easy. You don't need pump, you don't need electricity. You just need that a growing box. And then all the nutrient solution, the PC meter, that's what you need. And then the seeds, and then the coco peat. That's all you need to start, and especially your greenhouse. But what if you are inside your room and you're using grow lights, so you don't need greenhouse? Okay, that's the advantage also. Those who are using grow lights, they don't have greenhouse. They only need a place na pwede silang makaset up. Okay? So later, I will be answering your question if you have that kind of question. So assemble your equipment. Number one, you have the system. You choose it. And number two, you have the location already. And then number three, you have the equipment. And then you start. Okay, those who are planning, you need to start. Just start. Okay, start. You will learn. Hydroponic is easy if you really want to learn. Step 4, prepare the nutrient solution. So you choose your solution in this three. If you are in the Philippines, I don't know, in Maldives, sir, or in different country, I don't know if you have that like here in the Philippines, but I believe there is an agriculture product there, okay? If there's no nutrient solution for lettuce, you can make your own. Okay? It's easy to make your own. It takes time, but you can. Okay? It takes time, but you can. I'm not making it my own for now because we have someone here who are selling in the cheapest price. So I don't need to experiment for that. But one day, I will. I will one day. There's so much already available in our online shop. So I told you earlier, we have a NutriHydro available online. We have the Master Blend and the Key Solution. Okay, the Key Solution. So choose one and then learn it and master it. The principle are almost the same. Okay, similar. So prepare that solution. If they are the one giving you, the manufacturer has already guide in their product. They have already guide how to use it. Okay, so choose that. So you have that. In step 5, start seedling. Now, in the seed part, what I advise sa seed po, gamitin nyo po yung pelletized seed. Kasi po, hindi po siya nasisira. Yung nakabalot po siya ng fungus, yung medyo bilog siya konti. So, pelletized seeds. You can research that pelletized seeds. So, use that. Medyo may kamahalan konti compare sa hindi pelletized, but the germination rate is 100%. Even it will stay 1 year in your refrigerator. My seeds are more than 2 years. There are seeds that I have that I've never planted 2 years, still 100% growth and germination. And then the transplant part. So this is a grow tray and they're using coco peat. So they fill that with coco peat and then make a hole, little hole, and place the seeds. Okay? That one, you place the seeds. And then after, take note of that, then after 6 days, within 6 days, just water from rainwater or tap water, that's good, just to make it wet. Okay? Just to make it wet. And then in the 7th day, you introduce the nutrient solution to them. In the 7th day, you introduce the nutrient solution. Okay. I hope you got that in step 5. Seedling, germination, and then in the 7th day, you introduce the nutrient solution to them. And the 15th day, you transfer them to your system. In the 15th day, transfer them to your system. Okay? I hope you got that. Number 6 is test and monitor the system. If you're using NFT, you just test it before you transfer here. Test nyo muna before nyo i-transfer dito. Okay? There are many those who are selling this kind of system, but you can make your own. I just make my own. Okay? Ako lang po gumawa nung sa akin, DIY, and it works. It works. So you can visit that in my YouTube channel if you want to see or to know how I made it, and then the estimation, the cost, So you need to monitor your system, test the ppm also. You will learn that about the ppm also later. Step 7, then you introduce plants to your system. So this is for both NFT and weak system. So I will repeat again to those who are hindi po na-gets. In planting seed, so you have your growth trays, and then you have your coco pit, and you plant your seed, and then after 2 days it will germinate after 2 days. And then after 2 days it will germinate. You count from germination to 6 days. Okay lang po yung rainwater or tap water. But in the 7th day, you introduce the nutrient solution. And then 7th day to 14th day, that's how you introduce them to nutrient solution. And in the 15th day, you transfer them to your system after you test your system that it's working. Okay? And then transfer them to your system in the 15th day. And then let it grow and until harvest. Then you will learn how to monitor that later if it is in the system. Now, that is in step 7. So you are in the system already. So it's not hard. So you will learn more here in nutrient management. What is, how can we do that? No? The mixture of nutrients. Understanding essential nutrients. This is number 1. You need to understand the macronutrients and micronutrients that is needed for the lettuce. Macronutrients, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium, sulfur. Micronutrients, iron, zinc, manganese, copper, boron, molybdenum. So ito yung mga nutrients na need for your lettuce, specifically for your lettuce. So meron pong problema dito sa lettuce or even sa lahat po ng plants. Meron pong tinatawag na toxicity, yung sobra, and meron tinatawag na deficiency, kulang. Ganon din po sa ating katawan. Kakaroon tayo ng sakit sa dahilang dalawa, sobra at kulang. Sobra po yung kinain, toxic, kulang, deficiency. Ganon din po sa plants, toxicity and deficiency. Kapag nasubraan po yung nutrients, magkakaproblema po tayo. Kapag kulang naman, problema din po. Kaya po, sakto lang. Parang sa ating katawan, sakto lang. Para balance po yung diet or balance po yung nutrient. Is that okay? That's applied also sa plant. That's why we are using easy meter. Paano? Anong purpose po? Para po malaman na hindi sobra at hindi kulang yung nutrient solution. So that we will learn and we will know that it's not sobra, not beyond, and not lacking the nutrient solution that we put in our plants. Okay, I hope you got that. So right now, I encourage you to prepare your questions. May tanong si Tekno, direct sunlight po siya kapag nag-start na siya mag-germinate. My advice is 3 or 4 days after germination. Direct sunlight nyo po. Pero kapag nag-germinate na po siya, Tekno, meron ng dahon konti. Yung dahon konti, ilagay nyo lang siya sa medyo shaded area. Pero naaarawan but shaded. But in the 4th day after germination to 5 day, direct sunlight nyo na po. Para hindi po maglagi. Okay? Especially ngayon na umuulan. They need sun. They need light. Okay, let's proceed. That's understanding essential nutrients, the toxicity and deficiency. Tip, this is my tip. Use a balanced hydroponic nutrient solution specifically designed for your chosen crops. Kasi yung lettuce, the nutrient solution designed for lettuce different to pichay, different from the fruit-bearing crops. They are different po. So, don't use it for those bearing plants. It's for lettuce, and even the lettuce is not best for the pichay, specifically designed for pichay the balanced nutrients. Okay? So you need to study that and then stick there what they need so that maiiwasan natin yung sobra at kulang. I hope you understand that. Okay? There's question, after mag-germinate po ba, pangit mag-direct sunlight agad? Sa akin po, pangit ang tubo. After germination, kapag nag-direct sunlight ka, baka malanta. Okay po? Kasi hindi pa sila ng hardening. They need to be introduced to sunlight little by little. Okay? Especially if it is too hot, like 12 noon or 1 p.m. So they will really die because it will root rot. Magro-root rot, hindi pa po sila naka-establish, ma'am. So I hope you got that po. Number 2, mixing nutrient solution. To take note of this, mixing nutrient solution. Number 1, if you have a container, separate container, fill the reservoir with clean water. You can use tap water, whatever your tap water there. Add the hydroponic nutrient mix as per manufacturer's instructions. So, ano yung sabi po ng nabili nyo na product, meron po silang guide. So, ano yung sabi doon? And then, stir thoroughly to ensure even distribution. Now, this is what you will do. In every 1 liter of water, okay, 1 liter of water, 2 ml solution A and 2 ml solution B. Every 1 ml of water, mix your nutrient solution A, 2 ml, and then 2 ml solution B. Okay? If it is 10 liters, then you have 20 ml, then 20 ml. But don't put them at the same time. Solution A, and then stir, and then solution B, and then stir. Okay? And then get the EC, electrical conductivity, or ppm. If you're using ppm, and the pH level. Now, you will learn that ano po yung range po ng EC or ppm. If you are using electrical conductivity or EC, the range for EC is, okay, I will go back po sa ating question later after the discussion. The range for EC is 1,200 to 1,600 if you're using EC. For beginner, if you're using ppm, parts per million, the range is 600 to 800 ppm. 600 to 800 ppm. So, yan po, gagamitin nyo dyan, and kapag ano na po sa water, kapag yung reading mo nasa loob ng 600 to 800, that's good. And then kung EC naman, kung nasa loob ng 1,200 to 1,600, that's good. That's for the lettuce. How about the pH? The pH is, ang range po is 5.5 to 6.5. Para po sa lettuce. Don't go lower and don't go beyond. Kasi iba talaga yung tubo niya. Magpo-problema po tayo sa kanyang tubo. Tip, always add nutrients to water, not water to nutrients to prevent chemical reaction, especially if there are children sa bahay niyo. So, water and then add your nutrients. Don't do it vice versa. I hope you got that. Now, here, adjust pH level. So, we're going to the pH level kasi dito yung isa sa pinaka-crucial part. Kasi ito yung instrumento, this is an instrument to test if it is toxic or deficiency. Toxicity or deficiency. Sobrang nutrients or kulang na nutrients. Ito po ang mag-determine our pH meter or EC meter. The ideal pH range for most hydroponic plant is 5.5 to 6.5. Paano naman po hindi po nakarating? So meron pong hindi po nakaabot sa range. So meron pong tinatawag na pH up and pH down solutions. So kapag if your reading doesn't fit or nakapasok sa range like 5.4 or 5.3, 5.0, so you add pH up. solution. So if you add pH up solution, it go higher, you put little by little, and then it will go to the range. Kapag nandyan na po siya sa range, then it's good. Paano naman kung sobra? 6 na nakarating sa 7 pH level. Then you add solution down, pH down. Then it will go down to that range. Just that range for the plant. Slightly acidic kasing gusto ng lettuce. Okay? Tip, test, and adjust pH levels regularly to prevent nutrient lockout. This is the very important thing. If you are monitoring, andun na sa system, yung plants, then you test the pH level if it is still in range. If it's not, then you adjust it using pH up and pH down. You bring them lower or you bring them higher, just in that range, so that the growth of your lettuce, the desired growth of your lettuce, mararating talaga niya. Okay, I hope you got that. Okay, so aside po sa Nutsol, my solution po for pH. Yes, I told you the pH down, Pilar, there is called pH down and pH up solution. That is available in our market. Type it in Shopee. You can buy pH up or pH down solutions. Actually, others are using it in their own way, like putting citric acid or limoncito, or I don't know what they're doing. Okay, but they're available in the market, so you can use that so that you will stay in the range for hydroponic lettuce for lettuce. I hope you got that. Okay. So prepare your questions. We will answer that clarification later. And then number 4, monitoring electrical conductivity or ppm. I'm using EC because I'm comfortable. But if you're using ppm, that's fine. It's also good. But EC for me is more accurate than ppm in my experience. Okay? In my experience. So the EC measure the concentration of nutrients in the water. So this is how you know how much nutrients you put in your mixture. Is it beyond sobra or kulang? Kasi iiwasan natin yung toxicity and deficiency. We just want balanced nutrients. Okay? May tanong to, kung sobrang pH like below 5.5, just add water. Kung sobrang pH like below 5.5, kung kulang na yung pH below 5.5, you add po solution up, pH up. Okay? Kung sa pH po, you add pH up, Zoom user, you add pH up. Kung sobrang pH like below 5.5. Okay, add po kayo, not water. That is using, you add water kung sa using this one, ppm or EC. So I'll explain that. Different plants have different EC requirements. Lettuce, if you're using EC, 1,200 to 1,600. That's the range. Tomatoes is 2,000 to 3,500. Now, if it is that ppm, for lettuce, that is 600 to 800. Okay? In tomato, that is 1,000 ppm to 2,000 ppm. For tomatoes, that's higher because they need more nutrients because they are fruit-bearing plants. Okay? So that's how you do it so that you are in range. Not sobra, not kulang. Adjust nutrient concentration if EC levels are too high or low. Now, yung nag-question kanina, what if hindi siya nakapatong yung EC, pag reading EC ko or ppm, hindi siya nakapatong doon sa range, not in the range. So you add nutrient solution. If it is below 600 ppm, if it is below 1,200 EC, you add water. Okay? No. You add nutrient solution if it is below. If it is beyond, you add water. Just pure water. If it is below the range, in getting ppm or EC, you add nutrient solution. 2 ml, 2 ml A, 2 ml solution A, 2 ml solution B. But if it is beyond the range, like for example, lettuce, 600 to 800, then your reading is 900 ppm. So you add water, just pure water. Adjust nutrient concentration if EC levels are too high or too low. If it is too high, add water. If it is too low, add nutrient solution. Understood? I hope it is clear to you. Tip overfeeding can lead to nutrient burn, while underfeeding can cause deficiency. This is why we need to know the exact range for ppm and pH para maiwasan natin yung overfeeding and underfeeding. I hope you got that. If you want to venture in hydroponic farming, this is the crucial part and you learn it for free. Ano pong difference ng ppm, EC, and USCM? The USCM and EC is the same. Iba lang yung symbol niya na ginamit doon. Melch, the EC and USCM is the same. The ppm is different, parts per million. Okay? If you are comfortable with ppm, use ppm. If you are comfortable of EC or USCM, use it. Mine, I'm comfortable of EC. Okay? Okay. So, we'll go back sa question later. Nutrient solution maintenance. This is what you will do. Replace the nutrient solution every 1 to 2 weeks to avoid buildup of salts and contaminants. So at least every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks you replace it. If you saw something like there's a buildup of salts in your water and then there is contaminants, they replace. But if there's not, just continue. Okay? Because every nutrient solution have different reactions. It depends on what kind of nutrient solutions you're using. Then top off the reservoir with fresh water as plants absorb nutrients. You also want to top off, if you want to add something, nutrient solution in your reservoir or in your growing box, you can do that. Kapag nakukulangan ka na ng tubig o kasi nasyadong mainit, hinigop na din ng plants, then you can top off, you can add also. You can add. Regular clean the reservoir and pipes. So that's best practice, regular clean. Tip, keep nutrient solution temperature between 65 to 75 Fahrenheit or 18 to 24 degrees Celsius. That's the tip that I'm giving you because if it is too hot, you will have a problem of root rot. So you will learn what root rot later. That's one of the problem also. Okay, so let's proceed. We'll go back to the questions later. What I'm encouraging you, prepare your questions, list them down, and then put them in our chat later or in the comment. Just put it there and we will answer. Recognizing nutrient deficiencies and toxicities. This is what I'm telling you. This is the picture, okay? Now, you have this one, the control and complete. That is good. Now, the lack of nitrogen, yellow. The lack of phosphorus, green but curly and not that big. The lack of potassium, it is curly and also yellowish. The lack of nitrogen and phosphorus potassium, this is super yellow and maliit. But the control and complete, ganda po ng dahon. Nitrogen deficiency, yellow of older leaves. Calcium deficiency, leaf curling or stunted growth, no, putot, maliit. Nutrient toxicity, leaf tip burn or unusual discoloration. Kapag nasubrahan naman, ito po siya, magti-tip burn or mag-iiba yung kulay. So, in short, kapag mag-iba yung kulay, dalawa lang yung problema. It's either sobra ang nutrients or kulang. Pareho po sa ating body. Yung sakit natin, there's only two answers. Is it sobra or kulang? Okay? Kapag sobra, toxic. Kapag kulang, deficient po ng nutrients. Troubleshooting common problems. Now, we are now in our common problems. Ito yung common problems ng mga hydroponic grower. This is the very common problem. Now, to those who are joining right now, we are welcome to our free hydroponics webinar. To those who want to learn, this is for you. Now, I just want to tell you that you need to finish this until the end so that you can have this replay and then you can have this certificate. Because in the later part of this webinar, I will tell you the instruction If you don't follow the instruction, you will not get the replay of this webinar. Please follow the instruction. Okay po? We will answer that later, Brad, Julie, the questions. I will go back to all your questions and I will answer. This is one of the common problem in hydroponics farming. We have, number one is root rot or pythium. This is caused by poor oxygenation and overwatering. Ensure proper aeration, maintain water temperature, and use beneficial microbes. This is the solution. So one of the problem because your system is too hot. Kapag mainit po yung system, that's why we're using styrofoam because they are not absorbing heat. Okay? Heat. So kapag mainit, ano nga yung temperature? 18 to 24 degrees Celsius. So if you don't have meter, you can use your hand. Put your hand there in your system and then feel it if it is cold or hot. We want cold. Kapag malamig yung system mo, you will not have problem of root rot. If it is cold, you will not have problem of root rot. Kapag mainit, this is one of your problem. Okay? Paano kung napakainit talaga? You use insulation. Other people are using electric fan and they're using misting. And if that's really working, you place cold water in your system. Okay? Cold water just to, prevent them from root rot. Okay? Other people are using cold water. Common diseases, root rot. Number 2 is fungus. Now, this is one of the biggest problem of hydroponics grower when it is rainy season. Because fungus multiplies so much in rainy season. It is a black spot substance on leaves. So they are spread rapidly. Solution, improve ventilation and use sulfur-based fungicide. So that's your choice. If you want to use fungicides, it's your choice. Okay? Or they call it fungus removal. But if you don't want, as much as you can, you improve ventilation. The spacing of your plant and then the ventilation, the air is flowing because they don't want that. Okay? They want the moisted part and then dark area, shaded area. They multiply in shaded area. Na moist, medyo may moist. So ito yung isa sa problema. Pero napupuksa sa using fungicide. But I'm not using fungicide because we are the first consumer of our produce. Okay? So it's your choice. Choice nyo na po yan, yung fungicide. So that's one of the biggest problem in hydroponics farming. And the next is the water nutrient issue. This is one of the other problem in plants. The nutrient imbalance. Number 1 is nutrient imbalance. This is one of the problem. Sobra and kulang. Okay? Toxicity, deficiency with different colors. Lack of sunlight, lack of nutrients. Others are sobra ang nutrients. And also the pH level. If your pH level is not in 5.5 to 6.5, magkakaroon po yan ng problema. It's either yellowish, curly, okay, leggy. They need to be in that range. If you can do it in 6.0, do it. 6.0 is good. You are in the very center. Okay? So this is for you guys. Nutrient imbalance, tip burn, caused by calcium deficiency or poor transpiration. So meron din problema po, tinatawag na tip burn. Kulang ng calcium or poor transpiration. Others is also because of heat, so much heat. That's why they're using shade net because of tip burn. Increase humidity, the solution. So that's why you're using hygrometer and thermometer to ensure calcium availability. So you put calcium calmag, calcium magnesium, or calcium nitrate. You can add that to your plant. So kapag kulang po yan, this is one of the problem. Itong tip burn. Okay? pH fluctuations. Okay, this is one of the problem also, yung pabago-bago ng pH. eksakto yung ganito and then after 1 month, nag-iba na naman, okay? So that's normal to hydroponics grower. That's why you need to monitor it and test it from time to time. Maybe twice, you do it twice a month, check it if it is in range. The ideal pH range for most hydroponics crop is 5.5 to 6.5. So solution, regularly test and adjust pH using pH up and down solutions. Okay? So kapag sobra, use pH down. Kapag kulang, use pH up solution. That's available in our online store, in our Shopee. So may mga available po dyan. Water temperaments, 18 to 24 degrees Celsius. Maintain that. Okay? Solution, use water chillers to stabilize temperature. Okay, magpa-frozen kayo ng ice or just frozen and put it in your system if it is too hot. Kapag nilagay niyo yung kamay niyo, you put your hand, it's hot. Then if it is hot, it will cause root rot. So do as much as you can to stabilize temperature to prevent from root rot. Because the longer the roots touch the water, the more possibility it will cause root rot. Okay? It will cause root rot. So it must be cooler. The water must be cooler. From growth to harvest, number 1, monitoring plant growth. Ito po yung una nyong gagawin kapag nagmo-monitor na po kayo. Observe plants daily for signs of stress, nutrient deficiencies, or pests. So, yan po yung i-observe nyo pag nag-yellow, nagka-curly. Tingnan nyo lang. You will observe naman po. Madali naman po siyang i-observe. Now, kung may kailangang i-adjust, kung if you are using grow lights, adjust light or the water kapag kulang na, and then nutrient levels as needed. Kapag tingin mo kulang, you need to add. Or kapag tingin mo meron ng contaminants o salts, you need to replace. Okay? And also prone excess leaves to improve airflow and light penetration. So, mas maganda kapag meron pong airflow. May hangin po talaga nagpo-flow. Hindi sila sobrang dikit. No? Mas maganda po yan. Ang maganda pong tubo nila. Tip, keep a growth log to track progress and adjustment. Of course, kailangan talaga ng listahan. No? Yung pagpunla, and then yung germination, and then yung transplant, and then yung harvest, and then yung next batch na naman para continuous yung harvest nyo. So that the harvest is continue. Number 2, recognizing harvest time. You will know that if you're a beginner, you have a question like, how many days before we harvest? For lettuce, from sowing, 45 days, no? Day after sowing is 45 days. Harvest nyo na po. Beyond 45 days, other varieties will taste bitter. Not better, bitter. Pait po. 45 days beyond. Okay, 45 days beyond. Papait po yung lettuce nyo. Tip, research the ideal harvest time for your specific crop. So sa lettuce po is 45 days. Number 3, harvesting techniques. Kapag nag-harvest kayo, use clean, sharp tools to prevent damage. For leafy greens, cut just above the base. Kung nagbenta kayo just per cup, so kasali yung cup. Kasali yung cup. Harvest in the morning for the best flavor and nutrient retention. This is our advice. Before the sunlight come or before the morning sun arise, doon kayo mag-harvest. Kasi ma-retain yung nutrient, yung taste, yung flavor. Kasi pag nag-harvest kayo, kapag sa init ng araw, grabing init, mapapait po yan. Okay po? Papait po yan. Kami, when we are serving lettuce, binababad muna namin sa malamig na tubig. So that when you taste it and eat it, it is so good. And the flavor is good and it's crispy. Okay? So that's my tip. Post-harvest care, rinse harvest produce with clean water, and then lagay nyo sa cellophane kung nagbibenta kayo with cups or without cups, per kilo or per cup. It depends on your place. Okay, dito sa amin, we're giving per cup. Okay, 35 pesos per cup, 3 for 100 pesos. So it depends on your place, it depends on your market. Others are beyond, others are mas mura, others mas mahal. Depende po kasi sa lugar. Avoid bruising or damaging products during handling. Yes, dapat given na po yan sa atin. Okay? Now, proceed po tayo sa ating question and answer. So, ano po yung mga katanungan nyo dito? Titingnan ko po. You can place it in. Meron po mga katanungan dito. There's question here na pinili ko sa mga nag-register. Okay? So, pwede ra po mag-add og calcium nitrate sa solution. Yes, of course. The solution is already mixed with calcium nitrate. Brad Julie, there's already calcium nitrate. Solution A and solution B. Solution A, calcium nitrate. Solution B is NPK. And others are using iron for additional nutrients. Melch said, is it possible po ba pag mainit ang reservoir, lagyan po ng ice? Yes po, lagyan nyo ng ice. Pero may advice, wag yung tanggalin sa cellophane. Melch, wag mong tanggalin sa cellophane kasi mag-iiba yung mixture mo. Okay? Kasi mamimix ka ng bagong water na naman. Wag mong tanggalin sa cellophane. Ilagay mo lang. I hope it is clear, ma'am or Melch. Okay, this is other question here. Ano ang mga kailangan i-consider bago mag-umpisa sa hydroponics? What are the things we need to consider before starting hydroponics? Number 1 is capital. If you don't have a capital, don't start. Okay po? I saw in YouTube, like if you want to start farming, if you have 500, start hydroponics farming. 500, you have so many materials. 500 is good if 1 box. And then you have greenhouse already. Or if you don't have greenhouse, you put it there outside and then you place cellophane. Just for trial. 500 good for trial, not for business. Okay? 1,000 is good for trial, not for business. If you want like small business, start with 5,000. Okay po? I started 5,000 when I learned hydroponics for my capital. Because I want business, not just trial. Okay? Because I'm planning to do business. So if you're planning to do business, start at least 5 to 10K as your capital. Okay? Consider that. And then I told you earlier about the place, the location. Do you have a location that have sunlight? Okay? At least 6 hours. If not, do you have a budget for grow lights? Okay? So you need to consider that also. We have here what's best rainwater. Tips sa foam ang gamit. I'm not using foam, I'm using Coco-Pit, Brad Julie. But foam is I think working but not best as Coco-Pit. Ano po ang maraming dahilan kung bakit hindi lumaki ang lettuce? Nalanta na lang po after seedling. Malaking dahilan, it's because maybe your Coco-Pit is not sterilized, Sir Giovanni. You need to sterilize your Coco-Pit so that the bacteria will die. You can use rainwater or tap water. It's up to you. Okay? The lower the ppm, the better. The lower the ppm of the water, the better. Can I use the Coco-Pit and the water with nutrients after harvest? Yes po. You can use your Coco-Pit after harvest, but you need to palalanta nyo po muna kasi merong mga ugat. Maybe after 3 months. Okay, malanta siya. And then, sterilize nyo po. When it comes to nutrients solution after harvest, don't use it again for your lettuce. Use it for other plants like pichay. Okay? Don't use it for lettuce kasi mag-iiba talaga yung growth. Merong difference. How do you plan your inventory to keep the money flowing? You use lag. Maglista po kayo. If you are planning to harvest every week, so you need to plant twice a week para continuous. May harvest ka, may susunod na naman. May harvest, may susunod. What do you use as your pest control? I don't use it, pest control, because there's no pest. My problem is fungus. The fungus is, I need only ventilation. I don't use fungicide. So manageable, as of now, manageable. But if you want to control it or manage it, you can use fungicide. It's your choice. How do you market your harvest? By cups or by grams? In our place, it is by cups. April, by cups po. 35 per cup, 3 for 100. Sorry po, nawala po yung internet ko, si Melch. Okay. Yes, pwede po Melch yung ice. Pwede po gamitin yung ice, wag lang ibuhos sa water, sa cellophane pa rin. Keep them sa cellophane pa rin, Melch. Okay? You're welcome po, Giovanni. Alberto said, unsa gani toy store sa Shopee na legit orderan og nutrient solution, sir? Master Blend, Nutri-Hydro, and then Kiss solution. Master Blend, Nutri-Hydro, and Kiss solution. You can rewatch this webinar because I'm gonna tell you later about sa instruction po, how to download it. Okay, I already, thank you, sir. You're welcome. So let's proceed for other questions. There's one question, what are the solutions? I already told that. Available here in the Philippines is Nutri-Hydro and then Master Blend and Kiss solution. You choose one. Research your own po. Ano yung mga important na chemical parameters to monitor in hydroponics? So you have the pH pen meter, 4-in-1 or 5-in-1 pH pen meter that I've showed you earlier. Go to Google and search 5-in-1 pH meter. So that's the one, use that. Or 4-in-1 pH meter. That's the one. In Shopee, meron pong 800, ay nakabili po ako ng 800 pesos. And then, ingredients and quantity per liter of water for lettuce. I told you, solution A, 2 ml, solution B, 2 ml for 1 liter of water. Okay? What are the most cost-effective system and nutrient solution for small-scale or beginner hydroponic growers? Cost-effective is Kratky. Kratky or weak system. Para po sa mga baguhan. Small scale lang po ito. The same question, what is simplest and most cost-effective? At home. So use po Kratky method. You don't use pump. You don't use electricity. You just need the growing box. And then mini greenhouse. You can make your own mini greenhouse. Okay? Meron po nabibili sa Shopee po. Nabili ko po 5 meters by 7 meters na UV plastic. Sa halagang 3,000 siguro, 3,000 sobra, kasali na yung shipping fee. And then, yan po yung nilagay ko. Meron po yan sa aking tutorial sa Backyard Farming YouTube channel po. There are additional questions here. I will read. DIY Brad or order? This is order po. Alberto, pareho tayo ng pangalan. My name is Alberto. Order. Order. Yung sa solution, walay kukupit sa among area. Kung walang kukupit po, you can use foam or rock wool. Gradually, foam, yung sponge, parang sponge na hinihiwa-hiwa, or rock wool. Rock wool. Even others are using pebbles. What do you call that? Small one, na parang bato-bato. Others are using. So, you can use that also. What are the common problems encountered when doing hydroponics? I already tackled that. The fungus, the root rot, the pH fluctuations, okay, the tip burn. That's a problem. Problem po yan. And then, can I build or make hydroponics grow box using scrap wood? Yes. You can use your scrap wood, put trapal on it, and then put, something, styrofoam lid, and then use that. You can do your own thing, DIY. Is the remaining stock solution for the servo can be reused? I already answered that question. Yes, you can, but don't use it again for lettuce. Because we want our lettuce na ma-market po. But if it is for your consumo, okay lang. Pero if it is you want to market, use brand new, the new batch. Your old stock, use it for your pichay or other crops. Okay, for pichay or onion rings. The timeline interval of planting in order to achieve weekly harvest. So this is what the best thing you need to do. If you want weekly harvest, you plant twice. You plant twice a week para continue. What kind of lettuce seed is best for selling? Best for lettuce seed, Olmiti, take note, Olmiti, Limambu, Strosa. Depend on your market actually. Because they also like romaine. Other people like romaine. How much is money you need to start it? If you want to start small business, 5K, 5,000, at least 5,000 to 10,000. But if you want to start, just want to know, start 1,000, depends on you. It depends. You can start 500 to 1,000 if you just want to start, just to try. But if you want business, 5,000 to 10,000. Okay? Kailangan pa rin po ba ng kukupit kit misting system gamit? Yes po. Yes po. Kailangan pa rin. Because that's your medium. Kukupit or sponge yung foam or rock wool. Because doon mo siya ipupunla. Because you need them for germination. Dali ra malata ang ugat pag foam, sir. Hindi po ako nakagamit ng foam gradually. Pero others testified they don't like it. Kukupit is better. But if you don't have a choice, you can use that. If your place is hindi masyadong mainit, I think it will work. Foam will work. Kahit po yung nakababad yung ugat doon sa may trapal na system, need pa rin po medium. Yes po, you need medium. Because doon po kayo nagpupunla sa medium. Mamamatay po yan kasi yung ugat ma-direct sa sunlight, wala kang medium, patay talaga yan. Magro-root rot po yan, JP. Kailangan po nyo ng medium. Okay? Same solution ratio din po ba yung vertical pipe? What do you mean, Giovanni? Same solution ratio din po ba yung vertical pipe? Yung running water? Okay, elaborate po, Giovanni. Can you elaborate that question? Pag magpabukal, Cascopit, sir, need pag calcium nitrate. After, you can put calcium nitrate po after. After pabukal po. Giovanni said, hindi po siya box, nasa vertical pipe with flowing water. The same solution. Yes po, the same solution po yung ratio. Solution A, 2 ml. Solution B, 2 ml per liter of water. Per liter of water. Galing po ba sa, may reservoir kayo dyan, Sir Giovanni? Kung may reservoir, then meron kayong stock of water there na may nutrient solution. The same thing pa rin yung principle. Yung mga naka-styrofoam po ba ay yun na yung tubig from transplant hanggang mag-harvest? Bali, isang mix lang po ng tubig sa pag-transplant din mag-antay na lang tumubo. Not always. Depende kapag masyadong mainit yung panahon, talagang nababawasan po yung JP. You need to add or else wala na pong masisip-sip yung plant mo. Depende sa panahon po. Dako income sa hydroponics, sir, kung i-business nimo, gradually, malaki po bang income ng hydroponics if it is for business? It depends sa market. Malaki talaga income po. Okay, just imagine if it is 35 per cup, you have 20 pesos per cup as your tawag dito, revenue. So the 15 pesos is your capital. Ang mahal dyan sa inyo sa merkado, 60 pesos per cup sa merkado. That's a good. If I'm in your place, I will start hydroponics. And I will sell it there for 40 pesos. You still have that market. That's a big market. Hindi ka lugi niyan, gradually, if you know how to do hydroponics. Now, we'll proceed po. Kasi merong tanong po dito, how many days I harvest? That is 45 days po.
Sir, nakamute.
Sir, nakamute ka, sir.
Kamute po ako? Okay, sorry. Okay. 45 days, beyond that is, it will taste bitter. And the online supplies po is in Shopee or Lazada, Master Blend, NutriHydro, and Kiss Solution. Okay, mapait po beyond 45 days. Okay, if you have question, lagay nyo sa chat. The benefits compared to traditional farming, I already told that earlier about sa space, sa save water, sa growth, and then sa year-round harvest. Ikaw po ang may control. Now, do you have hands-on training hydroponic vertical farming? Okay, tingnan ko muna itong chat. Merong nagtanong dito. Dako incomes hydroponics also already. Commute. Depende sa laki, sir, kung gaano kalaki, lalo na if all meaty lettuce ang tanim. It range 400 to 600 grams bawat isang lettuce. That's great. Pero dito sa amin, per cup, not per grams. Per cup, not per grams. Nag-try ko sa balkon, sir, gamay tubo, pero wala ko'y TDS o pH meter. That's the very reason. Kung lack of sunlight, and then mayroong deficiency issues, and then toxicities issues, yan talaga yung resulta gradually. Okay? Yan yung resulta. Now, may nagtanong, do you have hands-on training hydroponic or vertical farming? I don't have hands-on training, but I have an online. I made a course, and I want to introduce it to everyone. Okay? I want to introduce it to you if you are interested about this one. Now, I called it because merong nagme-message sa akin, sir, meron po ba kayong online course from Malaysia? Nag-comment, nag-chat. I will pay if you can teach me online. I will pay this price. I will pay this price. And for me, oh man, it's so much time to make a course. So much time. So in the past month, I make a course for these people who ask me, and then I send it to them. And I'm also working for people right now na nag-avail po nitong course. I call this 39 Days Hydroponic Harvest Challenge without foliar, without pH and up and pH solutions. So this is a 1-hour video, inclusion, 1-hour video from day 0, preparation until day 39. So I will walk through you day 0, day 1, day 3, day 2, day 3, until harvest in just 39 days. So meron ding manual sa kabila. You do it, the video and then the manual. Inside the manual, there are options you need to do. So options po yang sa manual, meron pong options. So daily vlog from start to finish, or it is like tutorial. No foliar, no fungicide, no pH up, no pH down. As I've learned in my almost 4 years of hydroponic grower. And then meron ding manual, challenge manual, downloadable PDF. So I make this last few months. I'm busy doing this for those people who are messaging me. But it takes an effort. As much as I can, I want to give it for free. But my wife told me, I mean, you know, ibigay mo lang kahit mura. Okay? Kahit mura lang, ibigay mo kasi nag-effort ka. And then I understand my wife because, nakita niya yung effort, nakita niya, he saw how I give into this and vlogging and filming and writing and doing all that I've learned so far for 3 years. Now, this is what you will get if you want to avail this course. So, meron kayong 1-hour video course from day 0 preparation until harvest na po yan, within 39 days. Then, meron kang manual, merong mga option doon, depende sa lugar nyo, sa manual na yan. And then, you will get the Growing Beyond Soil Hydroponic Starter Guide sa lahat po ng hydroponic starter, hydroponic beginner. Itong 39 days is even though you're a grower already, but you will learn a secret here in this video, in this course, that other hydroponic grower will never tell you or never discovered yet. I discovered it in my own for almost 4 years, and I'm sharing it here, everything in my video. And then you will get a lifetime hydroponics farming consultant. So I'm working right now for others who avail this, so to helping them starting. Okay, so medyo busy konti and following them up and helping them. So meron kayong course na 1 hour, meron kayong manual with the course, and then the hydroponics starter guide para makasimula, the starter guide, PDF also, and then consultant from me if you want. That's for free. Now, nagtatanong kayo, how much? 2,000? No. From Malaysia, kaya niyang magbigay ng 2,000 just to teach him online. And napakamahal po yan sa Filipino. It's so costly for yan for us. 1,000, I'm not even it for 1,000 give. I only give that 69 pesos only. Okay, lahat po yan is only for 69. And that is 100% money back guarantee po to those who want. Okay, kapag hindi po nag-work, ibabalik ko po yung pera niyo.